how to replace a sky in a scene. So what I have here is the top layer is showing just a picture with a decent sky, a picture from an iPhone with kind of a crappy sky. And so we're going to replace this sky, the crappy sky, with this one, just as an example. So what I'm going to do, let's call this layer 1 to start with. That's the sky layer. So go back to layer 1, and if we look at channels, this is the channel with the picture. This is the reds, greens, the blues. The blues give me some pretty good separation between sky and trees. So what I'm going to do is copy that, like so. Call that my sky mask. And then I'm going to go and do a levels adjustment on it. I actually know it's in here somewhere. Image adjustments, levels. Okay. And we want to maximize the difference between the whites and the blacks. So I'm going to slide these sliders over, doing that. So it's making it more of just pure black and pure white. Okay. It's never going to be perfect, but you get the idea. If we say OK to that, I can take the brush now. I can just take a black brush, get a large one, make sure it's pure black paint, and just paint in the extra stuff here. Okay, got a couple of spots in the trees we probably should get rid of, like so. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Now we're going to take white and paint on the sky pieces that are showing through that we don't want to. Alright, so that's pretty good shape, but your tree line is very pixelated. So we need to soften that. So what I'm going to do is do a blur filter over it. Something like that should work. Get too much, it's just too blurry. Let's try that. Alright. We go back to our image and you can see the overlay of the red is the filter that we've created. Okay. So turn on the red, the blue, the green. It looks like that's going to work pretty well for us. What we're going to do is select this, turn it off, but select it. If you select it, you can see it's got the little marching ants that are showing you where it's going to affect the image. And masking black masks and white allows things to show through. So if we go back to our layers and you think about this layer, if we apply that mask right now, the black is going to blacken out this. It's going to make it where it doesn't show, and it's going to allow this to show through, and that's kind of what we want. So if I go back to that layer, the sky layer, and I just hit mask, bang, and it's done. It's not going to be 100% perfect. You look in here and there's some little haloing going on, but by and large you can get away with doing it that way. You may have to go in and modify the mask a little bit more, do a few more things to it. It may be that you have to go in to say this area and we go, okay, that's not quite right, not what I want. I want to target the mask, and if I paint white on the mask, it allows stuff to show through, right? So I can go do this. Just very casually paint in those rough areas with a little more of the sky that's now showing through them. And you can also cut down the opacity like that to just do it a little bit at a time. A lot of times you can get away with doing it that way. Alright, there you go. And it's reversible. Old sky, new sky. That's how you replace the sky.